For latest updates, please subscribe the Global Mirror YouTube channel.
In a sudden resolution to a diplomatic crisis between the US, China and Canada, a top Huawei Technologies corporative executive flew home as China released two jailed Canadians. For nearly 3 years, Meng Wanzhou, Huawei's chief financial officer, was under house arrest in Vancouver as she battled extradition to the US fraud charges. Across the Pacific, Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor, detained within days of Meng's December 2018 arrest, languished in Chinese jails, pawn caught in a geopolitical rivalry between the US and China. The seemingly intractable impasses came to a rapid resolution Friday after Meng struck a deferred prosecution agreement with us authorities to resolve criminal charges against her. Within hours, the Supreme Court of British Columbia discharged her, and Meng immediately left for the airport to board a chartered Air China flight back to Shenzhen, home to the Chinese technologies giant headquarters. Shortly after, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that the two Michaels, as they are known in Canada, were also on their way home. There is going to be time for reflections and analysis in the coming days and weeks, Trudeau told reporters in Ottawa. But the fact of the matter is, I know that Canadians will be incredibly happy to know that right now, this Friday night, Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor are on a plane and they are coming home. Huawei's Shenzhen headquarters on Saturday didn't immediately comment on the release. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in a statement that his government welcomed China's decision to release the two Canadians after more than 2.5 years of arbitrary detention. The long-running case became a symbol of the intensifying geopolitical rivalry between the US and China, throwing into stark relief the risk faced by those who get caught in the middle. Within days of her arrest, Chinese authorities jailed the two Canadians, triggering a diplomatic showdown that has cost billions of dollars in lost trade and plunged bilateral relations to their worst point in decades. Prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York had charged Meng with fraud, accusing of her lying to HSBC Holdings plc about Huawei's business dealings in Iran as part of an attempt to violate US trade sanctions. Meng had denied any wrongdoing and accused the US of overreach. Appearing by a video on Friday, Meng pleaded not guilty in a Brooklyn courtroom but subsequently admitted to misleading a financial institution about Huawei's business operations in Iran. US government lawyers said that they will defer prosecution in the matter and dismiss the charges entirely by December 1, 2022 if Meng complies with terms of the agreement, which include refraining from saying anything that contradicts US prosecutors' state facts about the case. In China, the subject of Meng's return trended on social media Saturday, attracting more than 110 million views on the country's Twitter-like website Weibo. The Communist Party People's Daily said in a Weibo post that it was because of Chinese relentless efforts, while Global Times editor-in-chief Hu Xijin said in a post that he hoped Meng's release could help thaw Chinese relationship with Canada and improve ties with us. Since Meng's arrest during an airport stopover in Vancouver, her case has emerged as part of a broader effort by the US government to contain Huawei, which Washington has designated a national security threat. The Chinese Communist Party in turn saw the pursuit of Meng, the eldest daughter of Huawei's powerful founder, as a politically motivated attack on one of its chief technology champions. The release of the two Canadians is a critical triumph for Trudeau just days after a national election in which he faced stiff criticism from the rival conservatives over his handling of relations with Beijing. China had repeatedly linked the cases of the two Michaels, as they are known in Canada, to Meng's, with a foreign ministry spokesman saying last year that halting her extradition could open up space for resolution the situation of the two Canadians. Spavor, a Canadian tour organizer, was sentenced last month to 11 years for spying. There had not yet been a verdict for Kovrig, a Hong Kong-based analyst at the International Crisis Group and former Canadian diplomat who was arrested the same day as Spavor. The two men were detained more than 1,000 days.
For latest updates, please subscribe the Global Mirror YouTube channel.